everyone. It is Beth Wright here, and we are in a new year. Happy New Year! I hope everyone had a wonderful end of 2020 and sliding right into 2021 with high hopes. And along with our high hopes, we can add a foundational practice of yoga this morning. So that's what I consider yoga to be for my life, is my foundation or my baseline, which really helps put everything else into place. And as long as I've got my practice, my spiritual practice, and the connection to God and Mother Earth, then there's that solid foundation that can see us through whatever comes our way. And in 2021, it's going to be good things. So let's go ahead and bring our palms together in prayer position. And we'll open the class with one Om breathing in together. And take a moment here to set your intention for the practice today and perhaps your day ahead. I've been setting my intention every day to create heaven on earth. Sitting up nice and tall, go ahead and open your eyes. And let's inhale and reach the arms up, palms together. Reach your palms up toward the sky and then turn your gaze up. Continuing to reach your fingertips up. Breathing in and out of your belly. And now spread your arms wide around you, like a giant circle. And then bring your palms together at your heart. Inhale, fingertips up. And then as you exhale, your arms sweep behind you, big circle. One more time, palms to the heart. Inhale up. And another giant sweep with the arms. Good. And then draw your shoulders up to your ears. Draw them back, down, and forward. Up, back, down, and forward. And again, one more big rotation backwards. Keep your breath flowing. And now we're going to reverse that circle. Down, back, up, and forward. 3 circles going forward using the breath. Good. And now bring your arms up, and we're just going to shake our arms. Shake your arms. Shake them out. Good. Vigorously shake. Good. And then relax your arms down. We're going to do a little breath work right now. So the breath of fire is a Kundalini breath, and it's a rapid inhalation and exhalation out through the nose while pumping the navel. So if you just want to take your fingertips to your belly button or your navel and just press in there, press into your belly button and then pull up a little bit. Press in and pull up. So that is sort of the movement of the breath when you pump the navel. And I'll just demonstrate. It goes like this. So see how that belly's pumping right there from the navel? Rapid inhalation and exhalation out through the nose. So let's just do this together, and we'll do it. We'll do sets of it, 3 different sets. All right. So for the first set, I'll say what to start, and then you might want to use a tissue to blow your nose if you need to. And then I'll say hold the breath and then release. And then you'll breathe normally and we'll start again. And each time we'll go a little bit longer. And this is just going to activate your energy and bring and make it move. Okay, ready? Sitting up nice and tall, spine straight. Go ahead and begin. Big inhale and hold the breath. And release through the nose. And just breathe normally for a few breaths. And ready, and begin. Big breath. Hold it. And release. Breathe normally for a few breaths. Ready, and begin. Inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale. Okay, so we're going to stop there. But you might notice how just that short amount of breathing moved the prana, got you a little bit more awake in the mind. And yeah, hopefully that helped you in whatever way that you needed it to. Bring your arms out to the sides, fingertips touching. We're going to do a cross stretch. So plant the left palm and reach the right arm across. Sits bones and hips stay exactly where they were. And you're just reaching with the arms and try to keep that top arm straight as you reach and breathe into your belly. So this stretch is a side stretch. It works with the gallbladder meridian, which might need a little clearing after the holidays. I tend to eat a lot of fatty foods like cheese and chocolate, and my gallbladder doesn't like that too much. So this side stretch will open up that meridian line. And then it's back to green drinks and lemon water. And then coming up, other side, planting the right palm and reaching the left arm across. Right elbow bends. Breathe into the belly as you stretch that sideline meridian. Good, and coming back up. And now let's bring the legs out in front. Just shake your legs out. And we're going to do a twist. Bringing the left foot over the right leg. And you want your right foot to be flexed. And the left foot plants. Get rid of my seat here. The left foot plants around the knee area, like above or below the knee. Flex the right foot, sit up nice and tall, and then take your left hand behind you, raise your right arm up to sky, and the right elbow comes now to the outside of the right knee, and we're going to twist our torso to the left. Keep the spine long as you do this. Breathe as you twist into the belly, into the spine. Keep your neck long and just focus on your breath. Two more breaths here. Try and twist around a little bit further with these last few breaths. Good. Coming back to center. Bring the left leg out in front. And then the right foot crosses over the left leg. You're flexing your left foot. Sitting up nice and tall. Grabbing onto the right knee with the left hand, take your right hand behind you, and then you can take your elbow to the inside and twist. Deep breaths. Draw up from the crown. So as we twist, we're massaging and working with the abdominal region. All of the organs in the abdominal region are getting toned as we twist. So it's very good for your digestion, these twists. And then last two breaths, twist a little bit further around. Take the breath all the way into the belly. Good. And release, come back to center. And now bring both legs out in front. We're going to move the flesh out from underneath the sits bones. Rock a little bit as you do that. So we're going to do Paschimottanasana, which is forward fold. And you can have a towel or blanket rolled up underneath your knees and lift your lower abdomen up by drawing the spine up and forward out over the legs. And just come to wherever you naturally come to. Notice where the tension is in your low back and your hamstrings. And then just breathe into it. Keep drawing your heart forward. Just work with your body and the breath and moving through any of those closed doors or areas that feel closed off or not yet fully open. Just breathe into it. And then as you continue to breathe, you can continue to move deeper into the pose. If you don't have any injuries in your neck, you can lower your head down. Keep your feet flexed here. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And 2 more breaths here. Good. Slowly come all the way back up. And taking your right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Left foot stays flexed. Sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to come out over the left leg. Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. So now you're working with the left leg and opening up deeper into the hamstring of the left leg. Your hands will come to wherever they come to. If they're on your calves, that's fine. If they're on either side of the calf, that's fine. If you have a lot of flexibility and can reach your foot, good, wherever you're working with. And then you can take your head to your knee if it feels all right to your body. And go ahead and come up. And let's take our stargazer. Plant the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Sweep the left arm up and reach back. Nice long line in the body. And then release it down. Bringing the right leg out in front and the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Keep your hips square to the front. And then when you're in position, right foot flexed, go ahead and begin to lean forward out over the right leg. So you want both arms coming forward because this is really going to provide that stretch along the back, especially on either side. It's like right now, as I lower down, I feel it a lot down the left side of the back. Breathe in. Always moving deeper into the pose as you continue to breathe. Good. Coming up. And stargazer on the other side. Left hand plants underneath the left shoulder. Right arm swoops up. Right leg is extended and reach back. This is another sideline stretch in the body. Good. And coming down. And while we're down here, let's take our legs out wide on the mat, as wide as you can get them. And then hands come in front. Keep the toes pointed up. And let's just begin to walk the hands forward and come into a forward fold. And this is really opening up the inside groin area of the legs. So however far down you want to go or can go, let's work with the breath. And just feel how that breath begins to open the muscles as you breathe. Good. And now slowly come back up to center. And then bring the soles of the feet together. And draw the feet towards you. So I usually start the class by connecting with our higher self. Let's do that now since I forgot. Just set the intention, and you can say it silently to yourself or out loud. I connect with my higher self and I am presence. And I am connected to the great central sun, which is the galactic sun. And I am connected to the heart of Mother Earth. So opening up those energetic connections above and below, very valuable to receiving the prana, the energy that your energy field and body needs every day, all the time. Draw the feet towards you. And now you're going to just wrap your hands around, interlace your fingers, wrap them around your toes here, and begin to lean forward. Your back rounds a little bit here. Just breathe. Coming down as far as you can without hurting anything. Feel that in the hips and the low back. Good. And then coming back up. And now we're going to come onto our bellies. All the way down on the mat. On your belly. Chin is on the mat. And if you have any neck injuries, you can put your forehead on the mat. And then arms are down alongside the body, palms facing down. From here, go ahead and inhale. I'm going to lift everything up. Arms, legs, chest. Reach the arms back. And just take some nice deep breaths into the belly. If you have some flexibility in your shoulders and you want to interlace your hands behind you, you can do that. Otherwise, you're just reaching your arms and hands back, staying lifted as you breathe. And then release down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to one side. And you're just going to rock your hips back and forth. Now bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Fingers are wide on the mat. And your elbows are into your body. Cobra. Inhale, lift the heart. You're going to use put a little bit of weight on the hands, but you're really using your low back to come into this pose. So draw the heart forward and up, and then you'll press a little bit onto your palms as you do this. And you'll feel your pubic bone really connected to the mat here. Legs are going to be active and toes pointed as you draw the heart forward and up. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Draw the shoulder blades together in the back. And then release down. Turn your head to the other side. Make a pillow. Rock out your hips. And now we're gonna do bow pose. So bow pose, you're gonna reach back and grab onto both ankles with both hands. Keep your knees parallel to one another so they're not splayed out wide. And then go ahead and inhale and lift. Press your feet away from your hands, so that's going to support this pose. Keep the chest lifted as you breathe into your belly. And then release down. And let's open these shoulders a little bit more. So bring the right side of your head to the mat, and the right arm is out to the side, palm facing down. Left hand is underneath your left shoulder. Bend through the left knee and then roll back to the left, stepping your left foot behind you. Relaxing your head, just feel the stretch into the right shoulder and breathe into it. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can reach the left arm back, and this will open the chest, keeping the head relaxed as you breathe. Good. Come back, slowly rolling onto your belly once again. And we're going to do that on the other side. We tend to hold so much tension in our neck and shoulders. So this is really good for opening and stretching that area. Left arm comes out to the side, palm facing down. Left side of the face is on the mat, and the right hand is underneath your right shoulder. Bend the right knee, and then roll back. And, oh, I got a nice little neck adjustment there. So you can feel the stretch in the opening in the front of the right shoulder. You feel that? And if you want to go further, reach that right arm back, relax the head and neck, and just breathe into that beautiful stretch. One more breath. Good. And then roll back slowly onto the belly. And then come up into Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose is where you've got your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. And look at your forearms. They're going to be straight. Your middle finger is going to be guiding the alignment here, straight forward. And now press into the pubic bone and then draw your heart forward. Slightly press into your forearms. Draw the heart forward and up. Breathe. Keep drawing the chest forward. It's like growing forward here. Good. Relax. Relax your body. You're still on your forearms. Now we're going to stretch into the thighs, and we're going to do it in a gentler way than some other poses. So turn your left forearm in a little bit, and that's going to support you as you reach back and grab the top of your right foot, and then draw that foot toward your seat. And you're going to feel the stretch in your right thigh as you do that. You can feel that? Try to stay supported in the left shoulder so you're not collapsing. So we're just focusing on stretching into this right thigh. Good. Let's do the other side. Release the right leg and now grab onto the top of the left foot, draw it toward your seat, and breathe as you stretch into the left thigh. Good. And now we're going to come down all the way onto the belly. Once again, make a pillow with your hands. Just rock the hips. So we're going to do bow pose once again. Now that we've opened the shoulders a little bit more and the thighs a little bit more. Ready? Go ahead and lift up and then grab onto both ankles with both hands. And inhale, lift. See if that feels any more open than the first round. Deep breaths. And if you want to add a little rocking motion here, you can. Absolutely don't have to. One more deep breath here in bow. Good. Release it down. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders and press all the way back into child's pose. So you can have your knees wide on the mat here and your toes together as you draw your seat toward your feet. Forehead comes down to the mat. That feels good. And then roll all the way up into table. Tabletop, let's just do a couple cat-cows. Inhale, looking up. Spread the sits bones wide. Top of the breath, exhale, press the heart up, chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone. So just rolling that spine back and forth. Good. And then come onto your seat. Bring your legs out in front. And we're going to come into boat pose. So we had bow and now it's boat. Shins stay parallel to the floor and your arms are outstretched. Working our core here. Working the core. Just stay lifted. Try and keep your heart lifted so that your back isn't rounding. And just breathe for a few more breaths here. There's many different ways to work the core. And I'm going to show you a few more gentler ways. So go ahead and plant your feet and then roll all the way onto your back. And okay, before I do the gentle one, we're going to do a little bit more of a vigorous one, or maybe that's not the right word, but you can tell me. All right, so here we go. Arms down alongside your mat, along your body. And we're going to walk. So bring the right leg up. And then we're going to raise the left leg and you're going to switch as if you're walking on the air. Right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg. Now you're going to feel this a lot in the lower abdomen. If this is too much for you, what you can do is bend your knees a little bit as you do it, all right? That'll take the pressure off the low back. You can also tuck your hands slightly underneath your seat. If your low back is okay, then keep your legs straight as you do this. It's just more challenging for the core. And breathe. Okay, that's one core exercise. Go ahead and drop your feet down. I'll show you another one in a second. Definitely working off some holiday cheer. All right. So let's do our scissors for our legs. Raise your both legs up. So in this one, I definitely recommend putting your hands underneath your seat. Tuck them under. And then raise your legs up, and then you're going to scissor with your legs just about 6 or so inches off the ground. Just cross your legs one over the other in this scissor pose. Now try and keep your low back down on the mat. So that's going to take a little bit of effort as you do the scissors. And you can do wider scissors so the legs come out and crisscross. And my goodness, it doesn't take long before you feel that, right? Keep breathing. Okay, legs down. Now I'm going to show you a gentler version, or we're going to get a little bit more gentler here. All right, now bring your hands interlaced behind your head. Hands interlaced behind your head. Bend your knees, and then bring both legs up into the air. Feet are facing up. Now lift your head, and you're going to draw your right elbow to your left knee as you straighten the right leg out. Come back to center and drop your head down. Lift your head, left elbow to right knee that's bent, left leg straighten. Come back to center and down. So it's up, over to the left, and down. Up, left elbow, right knee, and down. And cross, and down. Now this one, you feel a little bit more in the upper abdomen. Notice how that changes. So we're working the upper abs here. Upper and middle. And we'll just do a few more of these. And relax your head down. And now the easiest of all core exercises is if you bend your knees, feet are together, and hands come onto your knees. And now we're just going to make tiny circles with our knees. This is very gentle on the low back. And then make your circles bigger. It's also a nice massager. And then take your circle the other direction. Small circles at first. And getting bigger. Deep breath into the belly. There you go. There's a few different core exercises to do. And now let's come into goddess pose. So feet come together, soles of the feet come together, knees splay out to the side. And then take your hands into the goddess pose or mudra here with the two opposite forefingers and thumbs touching. Bring them overhead onto the ground and just relax. Breathe into that belly. Good. Straighten both legs out on the mat. Bring your arms down alongside you. Coming into bridge pose here. Take your feet and walk them up underneath your knees, hip width apart. Arms down alongside. Walk your shoulder blades down on the mat. So you sort of like lift them and walk them down. Okay. And now from here, lift the hips, draw the shoulders underneath you. And that should give you a nice long line in the neck. When you walk your shoulder blades down, it lengthens the neck for the spine so the neck gets a better stretch. And now as you draw your sternum toward your chin, keep pressing into your feet and then squeeze in the Muladhara chakra, right in the perineum. Squeeze that in and up, drawing the chin closer to the sternum. Deep breaths. One more breath. And then slowly come down, all the way down. Shoulders come out, down one vertebra at a time. Once you get all the way onto the mat, just slowly turn your head side to side. So that's a really nice stretch for the neck and the shoulders. And the spine, upper spine. All right, coming back to center. And now we'll do a fish pose. So bring the legs long on the mat. Your hands are underneath, halfway underneath your seat on either side. Fish pose, Matsyasana. Point your toes to activate the legs. And now lift your chest and you're gonna come up onto your elbows. So now press into your seat, your tailbone. This is the base, the elbows, the tailbone. Draw the heart up as the head draws back. Legs are nice and active, pointed. Only a small amount of your weight is on the top of your head. Press into your seat. As you open the heart, gaze is at the tip of the nose here. So gaze at the tip of your nose. I feel like a fish. How about you? I think I'm a salmon. I am a salmon. One more breath. Good. Lift up and then slowly lower onto your back. And you're going to hug your knees into your chest. Hug your knees in, rock a little bit side to side. Oh. Okay. And then let's bring both arms out and straighten the right leg. Bring the left knee over to the right for a twist. Keeping that left shoulder down. Just notice where the energy flows and where it's not flowing. And then take the breath right into any areas that feel closed or stuck, allowing them to open with the breath. come back to center. Both knees come up to your chest. And now straighten the left leg out and draw the right knee across to the left. Keeping the right shoulder down and breathe. Good. Come back to center and let's come into happy baby. So the feet are facing the ceiling, your legs and knees are spread out wide. Take your first two fingers and your thumb and wrap them around the big toe. And now just pull up one foot down toward the floor and then the other. And as you do this, keep your low back, your sacrum area on the mat. So draw your tailbone down toward the mat as you do this. It'll help open that whole sacrum and sacral chakra. And you also want to keep your neck nice and long on the mat here. And then let's go ahead and open the legs out. Do your best, whatever your body is doing this morning. Open those legs out, holding on to the two big toes. Keeping the tailbone and sacrum down. And you can feel that stretch into the inner thighs once again, groin area. Good, and then hug the knees back in. Now we're going to roll back and forth along the spine. And do this a few times. And we're going to come into plow pose or shoulder stand. And we're both shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, and plow pose. And the alternate for that is to do legs up the wall. So you can, if you don't want to do shoulder stand or plow pose for whatever reason, just scoot your seat up to the wall and put your legs straight up. You can also place a pillow underneath your sacrum as you do that. And this is considered an inversion. If you would like to go ahead and do shoulder stand and plow, I like to suggest using a blanket to rest your shoulders on, and your head will come to the part where there is no blanket because you need just a little bit extra help there, a little bit more room for the neck. So you can measure that, lie back and measure that the blanket or towel is coming right to the top of the shoulders. And then you can come up to sit and then take it by rolling all the way back, up and over. So in shoulder stand, the legs come straight up. And I'm not supposed to turn my head in this position. Keep the feet lifted and your hands are going to support your hips. Nice long deep breaths here. This is Sarvangasana. So in this pose, all of the blood is running into the heart. It's very nourishing for our thyroid. And this is called the queen of poses. And now you can take your legs behind you, toes reaching for the mat. This is plow pose. You can keep your hands supporting your hips, or you can bring them down, interlacing them toward one another, into one another, and then press into the arms. Press the arms down, and that'll give you a little bit more lift in this pose. Hips are over the shoulders. Bring your hands back to your hips, and then bring your legs back up into shoulder stand. And let's slowly come out. Bend your knees, and then roll down one vertebra at a time. All the way onto your back. And just turn your head side to side here. If you were legs up the wall, you can come back onto your back. We're getting ready for our meditation. So we'll do one more twist. Hug the knees in. And now both arms over, out to the side, palms facing down. Drop both knees over to the left. And then come back to center and drop both knees over to the right. And come back to center. And now final Shavasana. Both legs out wide, arms out wide, palms facing up. You can walk your shoulder blades down a little on the mat, adjust your tailbones. Make those adjustments that you need to so you can just lie here. Just today we're going to do a silent meditation. No talking, closing your eyes and just allowing your body to integrate all of the movement. Feeling completely supported by the floor, by the earth. Knowing that you are deeply loved and supported. let go. Whatever you're holding on to, let it go here. Soften your heart. And now let go a little bit more. And now bringing both hands over your heart. Place both hands over your heart center. And just give yourself some love and appreciation. Yourself. Just you can say, I love you, I appreciate you, and I accept you exactly as you are right now. I love you, appreciate you, and accept you exactly as you are right now. Notice how that feels in your heart center. And now you're going to stretch your arms long. Reach with your arms and hands and stretch your feet. Roll your ankles, roll your wrists. And then bend your knees and roll onto one side. And press all the way up to your seated cross-legged position. And make this year, 2021, the year where you love yourself more than you ever have before. Love yourself and give yourself what you need. And create the heaven on earth. Peace in your head and peace in your heart. Just love yourself. This is my wish for all of us. Palms together at your heart center. Let's close the class, breathing in together with one Om. I bow to the beautiful light inside of me. No, let me start over. I bow to the beautiful light inside of you that is also inside of me. Namaste. Thank you and enjoy your day. My name is Beth Wright. My company is Spiritworks, and you can find me on Facebook, Spiritworks Beth Wright, or energyhealingteacher.com. Thank you so much. Many blessings.